Hey guys, Cold here. Welcome back to another raid video. Big news announcement for the summoning the summoning event that are coming this weekend for the Score, the half spawn fusion. If you have not seen any of the fusion plans yet, you can see it on their official Discord page. And I don't know if you guys watch other creators, you probably do. They also post basically videos detailing on how to do the calendars and go about it. I'm just gonna go briefly over that before we go over to the summoning event. Let me just show you the summoning calendar. The summons this weekend will be very crucial if you want to make this fusion an easy one. If you're going for the fusion, then you gotta save up some summons, right? Or well, if you manage to save after the whole serpent thing, and then we also have the ninja thing, so very difficult to save summons. Anyway, summon rush, you can pick up one of the epics, and then after that, of course, there's going to be another champion chase tournament coming here in order to pick up the rares, right? The rares are needed through void shards if you have them. If you have the void shard, you can possibly pick up the rare and then use that one as a way to skip some of these events. Of course, you have to complete every single one of them. There's 4 rares for each of the epics that you need to fuse. You need to fuse 4 copies of the epic to get the legendary. It's pretty straightforward. You got to double dip on the points start to do your dragon tournament and champion training when the dungeon diver starts. They had dungeon divers last time, started the same day. Today they decided against it. I know that's the way they go with it, but that's how it is for these ones, guys. For these types of fusions, you got to complete everything and have all the resources available in order to complete the fusion. We're talking ascending materials and of course chickens to get these rares all ready to go. And that's it pretty much for the fusion. I mean, it's a very basic guidance on how to go about with it. There's no tips and tricks really. If you've done a couple of these, then you know the deal. It doesn't really change from one fusion to another in terms of how many of the events you can skip. Pretty much you cannot skip anything unless you get very lucky with getting the rare copies here, which usually it's very, very difficult to get because it's totally random to get them through just summons. But it happens. It happens. And when it does, it kind of saves you energy and most of the time also summoning, requirements like using up your shards. So this weekend we're gonna have progressive chances for champions, very strong ones. One of the strongest ones is gonna be Newt. All right, Newt, the king of PvE content. You can use him in the Hydra, you can use him in the dungeons to get extremely fast times. He is 5 out of 5 on Fire Knight, 5 out of 5 on Spider. On Demon Lord he should get a 5 out of 5 because he's very strong, can do one key with different teams. Hydra, again, all of these ratings are reasonable, and that's why if you do have the summons, select Newt if you don't have them already. And if you're going to be doing your summons, it's the way to go, really. Next up though, the reason why he's so good, by the way, is his triple hit enemy max health damage dealing ability, his counterattack, his terminator reduction. I mean, it's things that I shouldn't even be saying. He's got the power to do more damage on counterattacks compared to other champions. And then he also boosts accuracy. It's a given on how strong this guy is. Next one up is Eostrid. She was a fusion in the past. Most of us have it. If you are somebody who's just brand new, she will be available through the summons. She's a strong Hydra champion. She's a strong support, giving a decreased speed and weaken on enemies as a debuff, and increased speed and increased attack on your allies plus Terminator boost. And in addition, she heals when Terminator is manipulated within your own team. So when you boost Terminator, she heals allies based on their max health. This is an amazing passive that works very well in keeping your team top if you have Terminator boosters other than her in the team. It's just a fantastic passive, and she can also sleep with her A1 skill. Overall, just great addition, I think, to your champion pool if you manage to get her. The other one that is offered, it's a surprise one. It's actually Queen Eva. Queen Eva got recently changed, got buffed in terms of her multiplier, so she does really solid damage and also has a double hitting skill that can block revive, which can be very nice for PvP stuff. And she can definitely be used as a campaign farmer on top of that because she doesn't need 100% crit. She can boost her own crit here, and she also has extra chance to crit on her skills, making it so that you don't need to build her with 100%. It really depends on how you want to go about with it though. In terms of, you want to go with this and then this, but here you don't have the no, actually you have it here also. So yeah, you can build it with 85% crit and pretty much focus on other damaging stats after that. Then, guys, we have for the fourth one. This champion was, I believe, also, I want to say a fusion. Lady Kimi has been in the game for such a long time. I forget when she was introduced, but one of the first champions for the Shadowkin introduced. Very strong for PvP, very strong for PvE stuff. Doom Tower Aura as well. Decrease accuracy, decrease speed are amazing. Increase accuracy, increase speed are amazing on the other side, you know. And very, very strong in terms of turn meter manipulation for hitting the target with the highest turn meter. And you can use the Eagle Eye Mastery on top of that and just make her shine for PvP stuff and PvE. She's good for the debuffs that she applies plus the buff for the team, but she doesn't provide any damage really. So you have to think about the sacrifice there if you're going to be using her. Then we have finally Herndік. Herndік was again one of the few champions added with the launch of the dwarves way back when we had the dwarves introduced into the game. I think he was a fusion. Like, he was one of the very few champions added to the dwarves right after the whole faction was added, and he was a fusion. Very strong turn meter manipulation here with weaken, also HP burn possible, and you can also do decreased defense, decreased accuracy as a debuff, and has an A1 that can get you an extra turn when you get a kill. This can be very useful for beating the Dark Fae boss on the Doom Tower rotation. But overall, I think Newt is the real prize of this progressive chances. So if you're looking for a Newt, go for that one. All the others would be a secondary choice for me. If you have at least 2 Newts, you're okay. You don't need a third one. 1 is good. 2 are great. 3 is kind of an overkill, but still can be useful. 4, you're just having a laugh at the bosses after a while. It's just so funny seeing 4 Newts just hitting the boss with the 10% times 3 and just killing it like that. It's just skipping all the requirements for any strategies really. And let's go over the void pool of champions that you can select from. I do not have this champion, but I know he's very strong. Gjorgid is being offered up as a void to pick up. Me personally, I don't think I need Gjorgid. Plus, I don't really have a way to protect Gjorgid in the arena. Although I can use like a Stone Skin / Savage combo and use him in the arena. So if I would go for this guy, I would probably build him like that since I don't have a Necred. Usually they're tied together. When you use such a squishy attack-based champion, you gotta go with something else to protect him, and usually Necred was the choice. He can go through Stone Skin, and he can double hit on the A1. Very strong passive as well, which is basically an additional ignore defense that he has on his skills with a chance though. So it's like a coin toss every time you hit, but can do insane amounts of damage. And then finally we have Shu Zhen, which is the activator for the big Trunda teams. So if you're looking for the big Trunda activator, she's it. Can also be used in PvP. Very strong A2 here, providing the instant turn effect. Can run your damage dealers with lower stats because of the increased crit rate and increased crit damage that she gives. And she's just amazing. Amazing in terms of removing the sleep debuff as well. So you have to think of what you're missing in terms of, like, are you missing a damage dealer? Are you missing that? Again, it's progressive chances. The chances of actually getting these champions are quite low. Quite low. So it's all random if I'm being very honest. And then in terms of the epics, guys, we'll have a look at the epics. Very strong ones. Again, if you're a brand new to the game, you should be picking Allure. She will be popping up in the progressive chances for the normal champions. If you don't have at least 1 or 2 Allures, you need them. For Dark Fae, she's key basically in terms of turn meter manipulation. For basically most of the bosses on the Doom Tower, she was MVP for me until I got much better combos going. And she does that just with the A1. You don't need to skill it up. You just need to have 100% crit rate, speed, and accuracy on her. Any other stats are just gravy, just extras that you don't really need, but are gonna be glad that you have them because it just adds in terms of the clear time and her survivability, right? And then we also have Deacon Armstrong offered up. Deacon Armstrong is one of the key champions in building some of the Demitha Ares teams for the clan boss. So Deacon allows you to basically have the speed, aura, and also have turn meter manipulation here for your team, and allow you to use an Ares Deacon Seeker Demitha team plus 1 DPS to really have some fun on the clan boss and get that one key going. Very MVP for that, but he's crucial in all other areas of the game. Very important to note though that he needs specific masteries in order to get his chance to apply the decreased defense. So you book it up, but you also need a specific mastery to get this up to 100% chance to apply the decreased defense. So some players usually forget about this part, but this is key information on Deacon Armstrong and getting him to consistently apply the decreased defense. Then finally, Mordecai will be added. Mordecai, I don't think he's that much needed. He's got an HP burn. He's got Terminator manipulation. He's needed if you don't have an HP burn AoE. You have it already. Skip this one and go for one of the other two epics. He doesn't even need the empowerment, so don't worry too much about that in terms of getting him more powerful. You're just going to get extra accuracy, and that's pretty much it. In terms of the voids, guess what? Maneater is up for grabs also. If you have a double Maneater team with the Seeker and Painkeeper, then if you're missing at least one Maneater for that one, he's going to be key in making your team, you know, the classic clan boss team. He's got a 5-turn cooldown, unkillable buff, and this is the team that I've been using for years now, and many people have. Once you build this team, basically you don't care about clan boss anymore, because you get your one key and then you move forward with other areas of the game, and that's how everybody should be looking at building their clan boss team. Honestly, going for the 400 million teams is just not there. If you think about it, there's just no point. There's no point in my eyes. And then the other epic that is offered is Ursula the Mourner. Ursula the Mourner is okay, right? Where is she? Okay, there she is. She's okay. She's got a good revive, increased defense, strengthen, very important. She's got decreased attack, but the amount of books that she needs here, look at this. 8 books, 9, and then another 5, 14 books to get her useful. She's not going to be crucial for your account. I would say other champions can be more important. Unless you're really lacking on the Banner Lords and having trouble pushing it, then you can go for her. That is pretty much it, guys, for the 15x that will be coming to the game. It's not the biggest news ever, but it is what it is. And I do like that some good champions at least are added to this progressive chances. We always have these events during the week, weekends, and all that. It's great. I mean, that's why they got us, because of all of the summons. Anyway, I hope you find this video helpful. I hope you get lucky and get some good summons going this weekend if you are going for the fusion. If you're skipping it, enjoy your holidays. Keep up with your resources. Don't waste them on stupid events. If you're skipping the fusion, just stockpile them up for the next events that might be coming after that. Probably we will have like a soul event for this guy right after his fusion ends in 2 weeks, 2 days, 11 hours. All right, have that in mind. Thank you all, guys. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.